Papa, this is Silver Fox. Do you read? Over.
Hey gang, what's happening? It's Jay, and I am doing an unboxing review of the new Baofeng UV25. This is one of their newer radios that's out. There's not a lot of info out there on them right now. I see there's a guy on Ham Fam, I think he is, on YouTube. He has done some reviews of these in the last maybe 2 months. And it kind of piqued my interest. I was getting ready to order the AR-152 from Baofeng, and I saw this, and I'm like, huh. That is interesting. So anyways, we will let's do a unboxing here so you can see the way that it comes, and then I'll do future videos as we dive into it and to see what the capabilities of it are. So standard box. You have your instructions. I think any of us who have Baofeng radios know that the instructions aren't worth a whole lot, but if you've programmed one Baofeng radio, you can program them all. They all basically work the same way. So as far as programming them goes, so anyways, you have that in there. And then there's your radio itself. So they do give you have your battery. It is I think you guys can see that there. We have a 2800 mAh battery. So it's not, for the size of the battery, it's a stout battery. It's a big battery, but for it to only have that much, for it to hold that much of a charge, it's a little interesting. A little bit lower than what I thought, but we'll look into that, I guess, right? So they give you a clip for the back of it, and then you have a charging cord. This is something that I like about this radio, is it is a USB-C charge on it, and it looks like that they have that right here on the back side of the radio for plugging that in to charge your battery. So that's a big bonus there. I like that. Give you a wrist lanyard. I don't think anybody uses those. You have your wall charger. So once again, it's a USB charger. You have your wall charger for that. They give you, this was something that I thought was nice for the money. I got this off of eBay for $52. They give you a 13-inch gooseneck antenna. So I thought that was a nice bonus there. And then the radio itself. This is a big radio. You can see it in my hand there. That is a big, stout radio. Light on there, spot for your antenna, obviously. Screws on like any other Baofeng radio. So we have that. And I do like the on-off switch on it. I like how it is a bit protected here, and it would be hard to accidentally turn that on or off while carrying it. So I do like that. That's a big bonus there. And then your spot for an external speaker or your mic. It's that traditional 2-pin Kenwood style setup there. And then on the back of the radio, it goes over all your frequencies. It is a 10-watt radio. And then that battery, it looks like, doesn't necessarily clip in. It looks like it screws in. So I don't know if I like that or not, but so you need a flathead screwdriver for screwing that in there, and to be able to get used. So for turning it on, obviously that normal on-off button.
Channel mode.
You have that normal voice that we all are familiar with.
14.
And
14.
you can see that digital screen on there. That I actually kind of like that. For looking at, it is a bit more pleasing to the eyes, I have to say. And then you have a much larger keyboard on here for putting things in it. It is a very there are soft rubber pads. So to kind of give you a comparison here, let's put that off to the side. So to give you a comparison, let's see here. So we've got, the whole plethora of Baofeng radios. So you can see here, just from the traditional UV5Rs or the UV82, how much smaller those buttons are for what you're getting. But the types of buttons are all the same. So nothing changes there. And I think I really like that, because there is that familiarity with it for the operation of it. So larger button versus a small button, that's going to be nice with gloves on. I don't know about you guys, but I like wearing gloves all the time in the field, so I like that aspect of it a lot. So you have your dual band, so you can listen on one, talk on another if need be. Easy to switch between them. You can see I have already got this one programmed, and it was a programming note on this. So it was easy to program with the normal programming cable. I programmed it off a saved file that I have for all of my other radios. But when you go into Chirp and you do the drop-down menu on it, there is not an option for a UV25. So, but there is an option for the UV17 Pro, and that's one of, I think, 3 or 4 different radios that you can use for the programming, as far as for the type of radio that you're going to choose within Chirp for identifying it. But I use the UV17 Pro, and everything transferred into it. So it was literally less than a 5-minute process, and I was completely up and running on that. They claim that it's not waterproof, just water resistant, dust proof. I think it's an IP55 or IP57 rating to it. So I can tell you that I've used all my other radios in the field extensively. Cold, heat, rain, snow, doesn't matter, and haven't had any issues with them. So besides swimming with it, I don't foresee there being any issues with that. Big, easy to read screen. I mean, when you compare those two screen sizes, that's a big difference right there. That screen size, to be able to much easier to read, especially with my eyes. It's going to be a lot easier to read out in the field, and I like that. So you have your button for turning on FM radio.
I'm a candidate for Lorain County Sheriff.
So you can turn on FM radio to listen to, turn it off, and then there's a switch on there, obviously, for the, I don't know why they put the stupid flashlight on there, but they do. So you have that as well. Your large PTT. So you have that, and then you have a weather radio set. So the weather radio stations are already all programmed into there. So just a touch of the button gets you in there, and then you can toggle up and down through all the different stations, and you should be good to go. So you have that. So that's nice. I like that feature on there. I can see utilizing that, but everything's in there. Something from reading up on it is you have the possibility of storing 999 different channels in this. 999, that's huge. That's a ton of memory space in there. So that's kind of cool. Like I said, the bonus of the gooseneck antenna, the size of the screen is really nice. Clarity is nice so far. I haven't played with it a whole lot today, but clarity through the speaker is good. But the size of it, guys, this is a big fat radio. Here's a UV82 with the extended battery on it, and you can see the size difference between those is quite substantial. UV5R with extended battery, once again, pretty substantial size difference there with that. And then a standard UV5R with just standard battery. That's a big difference there. So, but something that impressed me with it is it feels like a tank. I mean, it's heavy, obviously, but it's built like a tank. This thing, it feels durable. It feels very rugged. We'll be putting it through its paces in the field trials and see how we do with it and how well it holds up. But I keeping my fingers crossed. So I think I'm gonna like it. Time will tell. You guys who like collecting the different Baofeng radios. As you can tell, I do. I like using them out in the field. Definitely one to look at. I'll put the eBay link down below that I picked this one up at. Like I said, I think I paid $52 for it, and so far so good. So I will update videos as we get out in the field with it, and we try out different antenna options. We'll try out different powers and see what kind of distances we get with things and go from there. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. And we'll update you on some Baofeng content. Thanks. Bye.